Hello, Jennie. Jennie Edwards.
Hello. How are you
Um,
today?
hi. So this is Michael Dove again, and we are here to talk about GongaVision. And Jenny is one of our performers. And so I want to let you kind of tell the audience a little bit about what you're going to be presenting and a little bit about what we can expect.
Oh, well, thank you so much for that invitation to share, Michael. I'm really excited to create this experience
Mm-hmm.
for the viewers because you know how sometimes if you watch something and you aren't fully engaged with it, you just maybe take notes or you're tuning out or you're distracted. And then when you
Mm-hmm.
actually jump in and participate in it, how you receive the gifts of the experience. You receive so much
Ah.
more from participating. So my performance is going to be interactive. Interactive because I know for me,
Ah.
I
Okay.
can receive
Okay.
so
Very
many
good.
more experiences through that. And it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
really based on, first of all, the imagination. My photography and video business is called Guided by Imagination. And what I like to create
Uh-huh.
in this experience, this performance, is based on imagination, exploration, and inspiration. And
Okay.
so we're going to start with a guided
Okay. Very good.
visualization.
Very good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're actually going to
This
be
is
doing some
very intriguing.
dancing as well. Yeah. It is intriguing, isn't it? Are you curious?
Yes.
You want to learn
Yeah.
more?
Yeah. It is.
Awesome. So, Michael, do you
Yeah.
have some big dreams that you want to achieve? I know you've got some big dreams.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, Ganga Vision is the one I'm working on at the moment, but
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's I said it's intriguing because it's like when you talk about imagination and visualizing, and it's like it's like I call this whole project Ganga Vision. It's the idea is that we want to utilize our creativity and our visionary imagination to bring more, to be more impactful in the world, and to kind of like uh, uh, utilize our gifts of visualization and such. And so the idea of the guided visuals and guided meditations and such, and having it be so interaction, that's what I'm finding intriguing. And this is why I feel like I feel like you're a very right person to be participating here, because it's in very much in alignment with the spirit, you see, of the spirit of what we're doing. It's like a creative community thing. So I love the
Yeah.
interactive aspects.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, this I love that you mentioned the spirit of it too, because my spirit is all about
Hmm.
joy, creating more joy. And
Yeah.
ultimately that's I
Hmm.
feel like many of us can agree with that. We want to have more joy in our lives. And how can we really
Hmm. Yes.
elevate that vibration that, create a more high vibe for ourselves, our
Precisely.
communities, and the world. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah,
Hmm.
we're going to be doing some guided
Yeah. Yeah.
visualization and we're going to bring that into movement as well.
Hmm.
So I'm excited to be able to partner with your vision and align with what you're creating here and help you expand that onto a whole new realm with
Yes,
this
yeah.
event.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting because it's like I often think about that famous quote by Mahatma Gandhi about being the change that you want to see in the world, which is a creative act. You see, it's a creative act, and it's like individuals like yourself and your presentation is kind of like you're kind of like one that shows the way and even presents the technology, if you will, if we can use that word, for being the change. You see, it's like invoking that creative alchemy in which we can uh, be empowered to make an
Yeah.
impact in the world. And so, yeah, that's why I'm particularly excited about your presentation. It's so much aligned with what we're doing.
Yes. I love the creative alchemy. I'm going to write that down.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
That's a great phrase.
yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly,
Going in my head.
exactly. And it's all about this, the word empower. Yeah, the word empowerment is so current now. You just hear it a lot in all kinds of context.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's
I love
interesting. I want to
empowerment.
get your take on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I want to get your take on this. It's like I see GongaVision in a certain way as kind of like an answer or a response to a lot of the challenges that are happening in the world now, because so many people are feeling, either disempowered or helpless, or their imagination has been sort of tamped down because there's so much confusion and uncertainty in the world. And so it's like to take an opportunity like this and to platform individuals like yourself to help people to kind of revive that, activate their creative potential in it, you see, and to get in touch with their agency. It's like I think that's one of the powerful things about this project. And so uh, with what you're presenting, it um, uh, it speaks to that. It really does.
Yes, that's a really good point about I see that a lot too in our world. People are being faced with a lot of fear and uncertainty. And this experience will also help
Hmm.
them kind of unveil the possibilities of their imagination and also to get in more touch with their dreams. I ask you about what's one of your
Hmm.
dreams, and
Mm.
a lot of times I feel like we've lost touch with our dreams. And as we get older, it's like, oh yeah, I wanted to do that someday, but I forgot about it because I got so wrapped up in the chaos of
Uh-huh.
my day-to-day routine. It became overwhelming and you lose sight
Hmm.
of those beautiful visions of your dreams and the
Absolutely.
daydreaming and someday. And so this experience will help people
Uh-huh.
get back into that mode of feeling of possibilities and excitement and feel more empowered by
Yeah, yeah,
actually moving forward.
yeah, 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 yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. That is things that I've like spoken about for like years now. It's like and is that it's like so many of us, especially those of us of a certain generation. It's like we got inspired. We got inspired in the 60s. We got inspired in the 70s and the early 80s and such to initially to think that our lives could be more, could be bigger. We could be doing really, really transformative things in our life. But because of living and stresses and responsibilities and burdens and all the different things that come along, it's like a lot of us have sort of put these ideals on the shelf, set them aside, to kind of put them on the shelf and then let them collect dust, let them collect dust. And so much of on a personal level, my own work, and working with people, and I look for inspiring individuals like yourself too, that encourage people to take their ideals off the shelf. It's like reach back and take it off the shelf, dust it off, and then put it front and center, and and actualize. You see, and there's a certain, as I like to say, there's a certain process to this. There's a certain, once again, a kind of techniques and ways and of reinvigorating, reactivating, like our dreams and our ideals and our highest visions. And that's so important. And so when I think of GongaVision, I'm thinking like, okay, no, let's take it, let's make it as big and as wide and as immediate as we possibly can.
Yeah, absolutely. And this will really help elevate the message. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually I wrote a book a few years ago about empowerment, and it's called Empowered You, and it's all about helping people tap into their skills, their gifts and talents, and be able to share that with the world. It has, photos and quotes and different writing exercises. And I love that I have just been really aligning with some amazing people in the world, like you, Michael Dove, who are empowering others. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
And as a mom of 2 little girls, I have to also be, focusing on empowering them to be, future leaders and help, be compassionate to, really as leaders, we can probably all align with this idea about compassion for each other and ourselves. Because it all starts with you, starts from within.
Yes.
And when you can help share that message, it helps everyone. But it starts within you first.
Yeah. That's so important. And it's like you as a mom, there's a natural interest in continuing the health and the thriving of the collective, you see, because we want a world that is healthy and functional, for our kids, for our young ones. And that happens by, activation, active visualizing, and then actualizing what we, the ideals of what we see, to truly create the world, to create a safe, thriving, evolved world to move into. So so it's very, very important. Also, it's like, to bring this aspect into it, it's like we kind of visualized, here in India, myself and a few people around me, we visualized, the Meals on the Ganges program, which is what, GongaVision is to support, and um, and it was just an inspiration, just like a creative inspiration, but we could see it very clearly. We put it together and immediately started feeding hundreds of people, and again, it's like we're up to like 5,000 plus people that we fed. And so what you're talking about in terms of visualization and such is very powerful. It's a very critical skill that I think that it's important for us to cultivate. And you're one of the teachers in that regard. So, with that, I would say thank you. Thank you for doing that work.
Thank you. You're welcome. My pleasure. It really helps me,
Yeah.
with my mission is to help people feel more confident and feel more empowered to share their message. And this is an amazing experience, an opportunity to help elevate the vibration and raise the frequency for our world globally. And give back to others.
Exactly.
Give back to others with
and,
this group.
Precisely. If you don't mind, I'd like to just show a little snippet of the video of like Meals on the Ganges in action to kind of give people like a picture.
Yes,
of,
absolutely.
like what it looks like on the ground, when we're
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah. Let me see if I can't show this here and just take a little peek at what it looks like. I just have breakfast. I just have nasta. Have nasta? Yeah. I'm the only person that comes to India. Yeah. So that was like a little snippet of the very first one of the very first gatherings of like the workers, where we put together this kitchen, and they were cooking and boxing the food and everything before we put it out we take it out on the vehicles and distribute it, to like people along the Ganges and people in the poor communities and such. But it was like it all just sort of came together. It's just a very, very grassroots. That was the first one. The first event, and very, very grassroots kind of thing. But it's like we were just able to do it, just out of an inspiration. So there's there's great power to like the ideas that come to us, and the the courage to push it out there, to push it into reality. And so, as I say, now we've fed many thousands of people, and created other programs too, where we've got the community garden, and we're actually taking care of full families now at a month at a time. So it's like this multi, dimensional effort, this dimensional. And so GongaVision, and people like yourself and all of the other performers are really making a wonderful effort to support, to support that, that inspiration, that creativity, and the practical work that we do for the people in this community, which is a very special, holy kind of community. But my thought here is that it all serves as a model of something that can be replicated in other parts of the world. You see, that meals on the Ganges
absolutely.
can be replicated North America, and various places around the world. It can be replicated very easily. It's one of those things. If we can do it, then certainly other people can do it as well. So, is there any else that you would like to share about your presentation?
Yes, I would just love for people to participate and have an open mind and get reconnected with their dreams and vision, and to play, because I feel that there's so much power in the transformation, and to really enjoy, like you mentioned, thriving, for people to not just survive, but to thrive in their life, and how that shows up in so many ways. Yeah. So I love this opportunity to be able to share this message.
Absolutely.
And to come from a place, because I'm really inspired by what you're creating, Michael, with the community, the things that I love about what GongaVision is communicating is you mentioned creativity, expansion, and we talked about compassion as well, and unity and love. Those are something I feel this world we need, like, more than ever. People are crying out in fear and uncertainty, and to be able to create a community where people know that they're loved and supported is vital.
Yes. So anyway, I was just to say, I wanted to thank you for your participation. I'm very excited about that. And I look forward to more collaboration, more creativity, and more inspiration, as we all do this together.
Yes. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Michael.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. So take care, and we'll look forward to your performance. Namaste.
Namaste.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.